Hi, my name is John Smart Bakama. The title of my project is Conducting the Writing Conference. So I shall be taking you through this process. Just make sure you have the title of the project at the back of your mind, which is Conducting the Writing Conference, one-on-one with a teacher. Now, for this presentation, learning goals. These are what I will want for the student to attain after this presentation. First, I want the student to know what the writing conference is all about. To be able to compare the two schools of thought on writing conferences, to be acquainted with the two major roles of a teacher during a student-teacher conference, which are instructional and nurturing. In the end, the last but not the least, and how the conference should be conducted. For one of the goals I wish for my student to attain after this presentation is the first thing to know what the writing conference is all about. According to writing expert Brad Wilcox, the basic purpose of a writing conference is to help writers gain the confidence. I say that again, the confidence and what and skill necessary for them to write well independently. It is during a conference that teachers help students to attain those goals. So you see, so the writing conference is where teachers try to assist their students to become better writers. That is the specific goal of the writing conference. Gaining confidence and helping your student to become better writer, to become a better writer. So we have talked about what the writing conference is about. Now we're going to talk about the two schools of thought about the writing conference. The one is what expert refers to as the Roger Garrison's approach. This is where the conference is conducted in a classroom. Here, students participate in a discussion, they exchange ideas, they generate ideas, they talk about the applicable text that they are supposed to talk about, they talk about the assignment, the writing assignment. Here, the teacher does not do much. He stands aloof, or maybe stands far away, or maybe sit among them as the moderator. So the teacher here is just a moderator, listens and guides them. I've just talked about the Roger Garrison's approach, which is in a classroom. Now I'm going to talk about the Donna Morris approach. Here, the student comes to the teacher's office for a one-on-one meeting. Here, every effort is geared toward improving the student's work. The student appears to be confident in this role as what? As an idea generator. You see, because the student is here to generate ideas, to tell the teacher what she is thinking or what he is thinking. So it's very much important. So the teacher sits around this and guides them, to reach their full potential. So the student becomes an inquirer, wants to inquire and know how the work is going on, and also a better writer. You see, in this setting, the teacher has two roles. One of the roles of the teacher here is what is text-oriented. What does that mean? It means helping the student to build skills. And the next role is what? The teacher serves as a student-oriented nurturer. What does that mean? The teacher helps the student to build confidence. Because once confidence is built and nurturing occurs, then the student becomes a better writer. Now, the next point we're going to talk about is how the conference is conducted. As I said earlier, here the teacher should be able to stipulate or come up with a time frame in which the conference will take place. The duration of the conference should be arranged. The teacher should know exactly how many minutes or how many hours this conference is going to last. Most instances, the conference will last for like 10 to 15 minutes or sometimes half an hour. So the teacher should be able to establish that. The next one is once the student come into the teacher's office, sitting very close to the student, establishes that friendliness and that cordiality. So it's very much important. It's very much important that the teacher tries to put the student at ease. Let the student understand that the teacher is there to help him or her, to become a better writer. So once that friendliness is established, then the workshop or the conference will go ahead. The next thing the teacher, during this process, the teacher will try to do is to ask the student, how are you doing today? How's everything? Once the atmosphere of friendliness has been created, then the teacher should be able to ask the student about the portion or the area where the student is struggling. And they allow the student to read from there, and then they can work on that. And once that is done, the teacher should go ahead and see how the draft will be revised and what should be done to develop or to enrich the writing. And once all these things are put in place and the teacher realizes that everything is working perfectly for the good of the student, then the conference can come to an end. You can end it with asking the student, if at all the student, has any reservation or questions or inquiries. In conclusion, as I leave you with these thoughts. And I hope after this presentation, you now know what the writing conference is all about. You know the difference between the two thoughts of writing conference, the Murray and the Donald, that is the classroom setting, and in the office setting. And I know you now know the two major roles of a teacher during a conference. One is the instructional aspect, that is to allow students to gain confidence, and the nurturing aspect is to allow the students to become better writers. In the end, you should now know how the writing conference is conducted. This has been Professor John Smart. I say God bless you and remain safe. Love people, love yourself, and love God. Peace.